Hello, everyone. My name is Melanie, aka the Soulful Stitcher, and I want to take a minute and just say thank you to all my new subscribers and welcome back to all of my current subscribers. I want to thank you guys for, rolling with me, even though I don't make videos every week or every month. I just want to thank you for sticking beside the channel and hanging out with me when I do. So it's been a minute since I've made a video. Not too much has been going on with my stitching. Actually, it kind of took a pretty big hit because I took on a new role at work that requires a lot of my attention. And when I get off work, I'm just not in the mood to stitch at all. So, but I do have some whips to show with you today, and I also have a new start, and I have some haul, which my new start is a part of my haul. But so this is not going to be a long video, but at least I'm here to share with you guys what's been going on. So as far as the life update, I'll make it quick and sweet. Everything is going well. My family is doing positive as can be. Not too much going on. We all are just, working and doing what we need to. As grown adults, my son is doing well. I will see him at Christmas time. But other than that, there's not too much to tell except for the fact that, everybody's doing good. So, let's get started for the reason why you guys are here, which is to see the stitching. So, like I said, I don't have any FFOs. I don't have any FOs. So all I have is whips and haul. So let me get started with my whips. So first up is a designer we all know and love, which is Shannon Christine Designs. And this is Morning Glory Manor. And this is what it looks like. Okay. And I had to restart it because I started it on this fabric, which is 20 count fog. It's a 20 count fog, Ada. And you cannot see the white stitches at all. Yeah. Oh, I tore them out. Okay. So you couldn't see the white stitches on here, so I had to tear it out. But I'm redoing it on 20 count oatmeal, I believe. That's what I'm doing it on. And now you can see everything just fine. And this is, oh, wait a minute. This is 20 count fiber on a whim. Oatmeal, yes. And this is where I'm at. I'm sorry. I need to turn that around. Okay. So that's whip number one. Whip number two, and I do apologize ahead of time, that there is going to be some zipping and unzipping. So next up is Winter Rose Manor by Brenda Gervais, or With Thy Needle and Thread. And this is where it's at. I'm sorry. Let me show you where it's at. And I believe this is on a 46 count, or maybe even smaller than that, piece of linen. And I'm using Vicki Clayton's hand-dyed silk package to go with this. And this is where I am. Let me get up a little closer so you guys can see. Okay. Okay. Next up is by Modern Folk Embroidery. And it is I Am No Bird, a Charlotte Bronte sampler. And this is what it looks like. Jane Eyre. And I'm doing this on 56 count paper bark by Fox and Rabbit. And this is as far as I have gotten. I'm just on the border. And I'm using a number 10 beading needle. And I'm using, I forgot to tell you, I am using Tudor Silk India ink, which is black. Okay. Next up, we have Stacy Nash Cherry Hollow Farm sampler, and that's what this looks like. And this is where I am. I'm still working on the border. And I got one of the letters done. Okay. Next up. Little House Needleworks. And this is one that's called Orchard Valley Quilting Bee. And this is what it looks like. And I'm doing mine on 18 count Country Vintage Mocha. And I have gotten the border completely done. And now I'm filling in the blocks. So I'm working on the first block. Right there. Okay. Next up is Country Cottage Needleworks Snow Village. This is a picture of what the whole entire thing looks like if you stitch it all in one. But when you purchase them, they come separate like this. They come in little patterns like that. And I'm doing this on 16 count. I don't even remember. But this is where I'm at. I'm on cottage number 2 or part number 2, however you want to label it. Misty Rain, I believe that's what it is. It's 16 count Misty Rain. And I'm using all of the called for and all of the other patterns that you have just seen, the ones that I just showed. I'm using the called for as well, except for I Am No Bird. I'm using, you know, a higher count, so I'm using Tudor Silk on that one. Next up, this is an oldie but goodie. Pride and Prejudice by Sapphire Mountain Handcrafts. And I'm doing this on a 28 count hand dyed by me fabric. And I'm using all of the called for DMC. And this is where I'm at. I've finally got the vase done. Okay. Next up, Liz Matthews, Bowerbirds. And I'm doing this on a 40 count mystery linen. And I'm doing it in white. And that's where I'm at. Okay. Next. This is by Pansy Patch Quilts and Stitchery. And this is the houses on Peppermint Lane series. And I'm doing this one on 18 count Ada. And I'm working on house number 1, which is the peppermint house. And this is how far I've gotten, and I'm using all of the called for colors. And this is where I've gotten. Okay. Next. Oh, I forgot to put the pattern back in Bowerbird, so just 1 second. Okay. Next up. What is this one? I don't think I started this one. No, I didn't start that one. Oh. Next up is Twin Peak Primitives. And it's the beekeeping sampler. And this is what it looks like. I am going to be changing the people to African American. And I've made some changes along the way. I'm doing this on 20 count or 18 count. Let me see if I can find. Here it is. I am doing this on 20 count fabric called Dunes by Fiber on a Whim. And this is what it looks like so far. Now, let me tell you about the changes that I made. This is where I'm at. I've done the outline and the back stitch of the little designs in black because they are asking you, if I had chosen a different fabric, they are asking you to do it in 434 or 435, one of the two. And when you put that in, you cannot see it on the fabric. So I had to change it to black, which I think stands out a little bit better anyway. And that's where I'm at. And that one has been a really fun stitch. Okay. Next up is Needleworker Sampler by Brenda Gervais. And this is what she looks like. And I'm using the called for colors. And I am doing this on a piece of, 1 second. What is the fabric called? It's not the called for. You know, I don't know. I don't have it in here. Yep. I don't know. But this is where I'm at. I love it. It's so pretty. And matter of fact, this weekend I was having a historical drama weekend where I was watching historical dramas and stitching on samplers and stuff. So I'm going to continue that today. Today is Sunday, June 11th, and you know, it's the last day of the weekend before Monday hits, before we have to be back in the saddle again. So, all right, next up that I've been working on is One Nation by Bygone Stitches. And I'm not using the called for. I am using navy, Louisiana hot sauce, and I'm using Anchor White. And I'm doing this on 40 count country vintage mocha. And this is as far as I have gotten. I've gotten the first row done. And 1 star. And I'm getting the blue filled in. And then if you look right here, I got a little bit of the white stripe going across. Okay. You know, I have to say, I really, really love stitching. I'm so glad that I was taught this craft, and I really enjoy it. It just brings me so much joy, and the community that I have found with you guys has been truly amazing. Next up is by the Scarlet House, and it is called Samplers, and this is what it looks like. Oh, I can just turn it regular. Okay. And I am doing this on, let's see what I got here, guys. You know, this is absolutely ridiculous that I do not have the tag to my fabrics. This is ridiculous. I don't know, honey. I don't know what it is. Yes, I do. It is 40 count it is 40 count honey butter by Shepherd's Peddler Kitten Stitcher. Okay. And this is what it looks like. This is where I'm at so far. Shakespeare's Peddler. That's what it is. Okay. And that is where I'm at. And that's another one that I love too. And you would think with loving them so much I'd get a lot more done. But I'm trying. Okay. Next up is one that I've also put some work into. And this is by Little House Needleworks, called Lantern Lane. And this is what it looks like. And I am doing this on 40 count linen. And this is what it looks like. This is where I am at. I got the fence almost done. I got the sidewalk. And I just got to come over here and do this tree and then up at the top. Okay. So that one. And then, let's see. Last but not least, I have a pattern out of the book Honeysuckle Manor. And it's Margaret Hare's 1877. And let me find it for you, which I'm sure you guys have seen. And this is what it looks like. And I'm using all of the called for Belle Soie silks. And I'm just doing this on a piece of like 46 count raw. And this is where I'm at. have to do that border. I'm working on this right here, but I have to get that border filled in. Okay, so those have been the whips that I have worked on since you last saw me. And let's see, my new start that I have worked on, let me put this fabric away, is actually an out of print pattern. It is one of my unicorn patterns that I've wanted for a while, and a friend contacted me and said, hey, I have it, I'll let you borrow it. And I thought, great, let me get it done. And it is called It's Berry Time by Blackbird Designs, and it's a loose feather pattern, 37. And this is what it looks like. And this is part of my haul because I had to purchase the fabric and the threads, which I got 5 skeins of Wild Berries by Color Classic Works, which stitching it on 20 count, I don't need that many, but I wanted that many. Because when I get finished with it, those are just colors I can add to my stash. And this is where I'm at. Just short and sweet, right here. I've completed the border, and now I got to go across with the alphabet and, you know, fill in the middle. But that's where I'm at. Now, I'm pressuring myself, which, you know, I'm a process stitcher. I don't get many things finished. And I have whips for years. I mean years. I have one dating back to 2014. So, this is a little bit nerve-wracking for me because I know the pattern belongs to someone else, so I need to hurry up and get it done so I can get it back to them. They are not pressuring me. They're not. It's just in my head, I know that this belongs to someone else and I need to hurry up and get it done and get back to them. So, that's, you know, that's the only nerve-wracking thing. So I don't know if in the future I will get charts from other people, you know, just because I don't like having that pressure in the back of my head. I kind of like going at my own pace, doing my own thing. But, you know, getting this stitched up and getting it done is not a big deal. Hey, when we get finishes, it's actually a great thing, you know. So that's just me. But moving on to my haul, that was a part of my haul. I got that. And then next up, I joined the hype. I joined the hype, guys, of the Welcome to the North Pole by Primrose Cottage Stitches. You guys have seen this pattern, seen it. However, I got all of the called for threads, which was surprising because I had heard people say that they were having a hard time getting the threads. But when I placed my order on 123 Stitch, they actually had every single color in stock. And I was able to get it. Even got multiples of some. I don't know why, but I did. And I got another piece of 20 count Country Vintage Mocha that I'm going to do this on. And because I'm stitching it so small, I did not get the button pack to go with it. I'm just going to stitch all of the ones that would have the buttons. And I also was going to get the frame, but I'm not going to get the frame because of the fact that I'm stitching it on 20 count. It's not really going to fit well. So I have to find another frame. And then another pattern that I got is the Jenny Bean for the Parlor part 7. Now, I didn't realize this at the time. I wasn't paying attention or whatever the case was, that this is a big part of a whole series on Kitten Stitcher's website. You know, hence the part 7. And I didn't pay attention to that. I just wanted to stitch the town. I had a really good time stitching the Prairie Schooler Village Sampler, and I just wanted to get another village sampler, so to speak, that I wanted to stitch. So this is what this one looks like. Let's see if we can, there we go. It has a school horse-drawn carriage or horse-drawn buggy. Yeah, the little town. And so I wanted to stitch that. I got all of the called for, and then I also got another piece of 20 count Ada. I don't know what it is. I love 20 count Ada. It's a little stiff, but once you start stitching with it and, you know, going, it loosens up in your hands and it gets really soft, and I love that. But I don't know why I'm on this 20 count Ada kick. I don't know. But, you know, to make a long story short, that's what's been going on with me. That's what's been going on with my stitching. So I hope you guys have an amazing week. Keep me in your thoughts. Keep me in your prayers. This position that I'm doing for the lady who left temporarily is taking a lot out of me. And it's definitely pushing me out of my comfort zone to where some days I don't know if I'm coming or going. So I definitely really could use good thoughts, good prayers, good juju, fingers crossed, whatever you do. You know, just keep me out there in the universe. So you guys have an amazing week, and we will talk again shortly. Have a great day.